Hi everyone, Evan here at the Chronicle for November 4th, 2019, where the future starts today. Two things I want to cover on this afternoon. First, Better Dwelling put out the household debt growth numbers, which I will leave in the description for you, and it showed that mortgage debt growth year over year is accelerating to the upside. Meanwhile, consumer debt growth year over year is decelerating. And even the final paragraph says it all, in that they mention that the divergence usually doesn't last for long. Now, should anyone be shocked at this? Not exactly. I did a video covering all this, I'd say a little under 2 years ago now, under my old YouTube name, where I discuss the first signs of stress you always see at the end of a debt cycle. Look at it this way. Your house has the most worth. It's the biggest asset you own. It's the granddaddy of them all. And you'll do your best to make sure you have a roof over your head no matter what. So when stress starts to build on household balance sheets, the first place you'll see it is with credit cards, with payday loans, smaller consumer loans. Those are the first delinquencies to pick up at the end of a cycle. And then it progresses its way up the ladder. Then you go to bigger consumer loans, personal loans, lines of credit, things like that. And then what's next after that? Your car. Then, last, at the top of the pyramid, and only last, is your house. So what I'm saying is, it's working its way up the ladder right now. What's happening here is pretty normal for what happens at the end of a cycle, and eventually it will work its way up. You'll see it through car loans, you'll see it through house loans. Those will hit at some point down the line here. So my final point about delinquencies, in reference to a bigger point about consumer debt growth slowing, but mortgage debt growth accelerating, just remember the ladder I put out in this video. Because when you hear people talking about it, when you see various data on this, etc., it'll work out exactly as I laid it out for you. All right, enough of that. The last thing I want to cover, new Toronto condo rental listings. Big shout out to Daniel Foch on Twitter, by the way. His Twitter handle is in the text right below my head here. Great information he put out over the weekend. Big shout out to you, buddy. And as you can see, since about May, we're now trending well higher year over year. And candidly, we're well above the 5-year average now. Now, I know if you've heard across the mainstream media, oh, it's tight out there, there's not enough listings out there. This goes ahead and takes that argument, rips it up, and throws it in the garbage. But to be fair, the media, the mainstream, the masses, they're always last to find out. So here, it's no different. And also remember this as well. How many condo completions do we have coming online in 2020, 2021, even 2022? And with the premiums they're paying in pre-sale being 40, 50% over what a condo in that same area would have been worth at the time they bought it, that unit is now completed, and a vast majority of them having gotten the return to justify what they paid for it in the pre-sale market, which essentially means they're underwater. And with a lot of these completions being underwater when they close, and with a lot of these pre-sales, a majority of them being owned by investors, what are a lot of them going to do to weigh out the market? They're going to go ahead and list their condos for rent. So the surge in supply here, you really ain't seen nothing yet. And candidly, the surge is happening now. One big reason is people are listing now to get what they can before the surge and that surge in supply ultimately putting a pressure on rental prices themselves. Another factor more generally, just higher prices being a cure for higher prices. And the higher prices unleash necessary supply, which always seems to happen at the wrong time. And really, that's all I gotta say. Smash that like button, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, follow both my Twitter accounts, and as always, my name is Evan, this is the McChronicle, where the future starts today.